today's lab, we will see the execution of sixth program. Okay, so that is leaky bucket algorithm. And what is that algorithm? What are the features of algorithm? We will see this now. So yes, what is the program or the lab experiment name? Write a program for congestion control using leaky bucket algorithm. Fine. So leaky bucket algorithm is an algorithm based on analogy of how a bucket with a constant leakage will overflow. Yes, so the name itself represents bucket. If you consider a bucket and this is having a over leakage. Yes, so in below that bucket there is a hole. Okay, that's why it is leaky bucket. Okay, leakage may be possible due to the presence of hole, one thing, or leakage is possible due to the overflow. Yes, you will fill the bucket, even though it is already filled. At that case, the overflow occurs. Right. So one thing, average rate at which the water is poured in exceeds the rate at which the bucket leaks. Yes, so if the rate at which the water is poured is more compared to at which the bucket leaks. So in that case, the overflow occurs, first thing. Second thing, more water than the capacity of the bucket is poured in all at the once. At that case also, the overflow is possible. Yes, so similarly, we'll use this analogy. Yes, we'll use this analogy in transmission also. Yes, in data communication also. When a sender will send the receiver the packets. Okay, in that case, if a sending rate is more than at which the receiver is receiving the packets, or at which the receiver is having capacity to receive the packet, in that case the overflow occurs. Yes, so most of the packets are lost and the retransmission need to be performed. Okay, even though in the retransmission there is a possibility of congestion. Congestion means traffic. Right? So one of the main causes of the congestion is traffic. Congestion, the traffic is often bursting. Yes. So the approach of congestion management is called as traffic shaping. Yes. So to overcome the traffic problem, the congestion management is called as traffic shaping. It helps to regulate the rate of the data transmission and reduces the congestion. Right? So you can see the figure here. Yeah, so you can see there is a bursty flow from the tap to the leaky bucket. Yes, see the intake of the bucket, or you can say the water which is being poured to the bucket is in a bursty flow. But the rate at which the bucket is leaking is fixed flow. Yes, it is constant flow. Yeah, so there is a graph also you can see here. In the first case, in the first diagram you can see the bursty data. Yes, a sender is sending a packets with capacity 12 Mbps. Yes, so it is transmitted with a 12 Mbps for 2 seconds. That means total data would be 24 megabits per second. Right, so and then it will wait for 5 seconds. Yes, the figure you can see here. At the earliest for 2 seconds. Yes, so this is for 2 seconds.
Ma'am, the figure is not visible. Ma'am, now it is visible.
Okay, so starting for the 2 seconds, the data is transmitted with the 12 Mbps. 12 Mbps means 12 into 2. Totally 24 Mbps of the data is transmitted. Yes, so after 5 seconds.
No, ma'am.
Yes?
Again, it is not visible.
Now, okay. So
Yes,
I hope it is now visible, I guess. So
yes, ma'am.
here in the bursty data, yes, bursty flow of the data for 2 seconds, totally 24 Mbps of the data is transmitted, and then it will wait for constant 5 seconds. Yes, so at the last 4 seconds, it will transmit 2 Mbps of data. For last 3 seconds, because 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Totally, for 3 seconds, it will send 2 Mbps data per second each. That means totally it will send 6 Mbps data. Yes, the data at the rate of 6 Mbps, 6 megabits per second. Yes, so this is bursty data, but you can see the fixed data here. So here the data rate is constant, 3 Mbps for 10 seconds. Yes, for complete 10 seconds, the data rate is constant. So it is a fixed data because the flow of the water, in the example, the flow of water from that particular hole is constantly happening and it is in a uniform rate. But from the tap to the bucket is a bursty flow. The rate is not uniform. Yes, for starting 2 seconds in the data transmission, that I have taken an example here. So the 24 Mbps of data at a 24 Mbps data rate is transmitted, and last 3 seconds 6 Mbps data rate. But in fixed data or fixed flow, you can say. So here 3 Mbps data rate for 10 seconds is possible. Right? So what are the features of leaky bucket? Each host is connected to the network by an interface connecting a leaky bucket, that is finite interval sequence of a finite internal queue. Yes, so each host in the network connected to that particular network, yes, is interfaced, yes, with a leaky bucket. What is this leaky bucket means? Leaky bucket is nothing but a queue. Yes, so usually first in first out queue, right? When a space is available in the queue, a packet sent from an application is stored. Yes, if an application is sending a packet to the data transport layer, it will check for the space in leaky bucket or it will check for the space in queue. If there is a space, it will receive the packet and process the packet. If there is not space, there is no space, that means the queue is full. In that case, a new packet is sent from an application is discarded. Yes, if there is a space in the queue, that particular packet is accepted and it is stored in the queue. If there is no space in the queue, in that case, the application sent, whatever the packet is sent by the application layer is discarded. This arrangement is built in hardware or simulated by the host operating systems. Okay, as the packets are queued and released at a regular intervals with a regular amount, that reduces the chances of congestion. Because whatever the storage of the queue or packets transmitted to the queue or it is stored in the queue or it is released at the regular intervals. Okay, here in this case what happens, not only the bucket is being filled, but from that bucket the water is also thrown out through those leaks, okay, through those holes with a constant interval. That means with a constant rate that water flows out of the bucket through that hole. So in such cases the congestion is controlled. Congestion means nothing but a traffic. Yes, if a sender will send the packets to the interface, it will not send directly to the receiver, it will send to the interface. What is that interface called? Leaky bucket. Okay, so if there is a space, it will store those packets in a queue and then will transmit that packet to the receiver. Okay, that too in a constant rate. It is not sending the packets in a bursty flow, it is sending the packets in a constant flow rate. Okay, due to which the possibility of congestion reduces. Fine. So similarly, if there is no space in that queue, it will discard the packet. That means the transmission is getting overflowed. At that time, that flow is controlled, or that congestion is controlled with the help of leaky bucket algorithm. Now we'll see the execution. Yes, as usual, I have already I have written the code. We'll see the execution. Yes, go to file. I'll open the project. Name that project as a leaky bucket algorithm. Okay, so I'll directly open the project. Here, so when will that particular bucket or when will that packet will be discarded? If the packet size is more than bucket size. Yes, so first you need to enter the bucket size, right? So if the packet size is more than the bucket size, in that case the overflow is possible. In that case the packet is discarded, because so if the packet size is more than the bucket size, there is a possibility of overflow, right? So that is also one case. Another thing is, if packet size is greater than operating rate, output rate. Yes, so if the packet size is greater than the output rate, at that case, so it will be that number of the bytes are outputted. Yes, so first we will see the main program and then we will go for the function. So this is the main program. Yes, so I'll declare the integers I, output rate, packet size. Okay, so bucket size is already declared in the mains only. Yes, in the library declaration only the int bucket size is declared, because I'm using that to the whole program here. So that's why it is declared there itself. So int I operate output rate and packet size. Printf enter the bucket size. First you need to enter the bucket size. So scanf % of the bucket size. Next enter the output rate. Yes, so scanf % of the output rate. You need to enter the rate at which the data is outputted. Yes, for I is equal to 1, I is less than 5, I plus plus, sleep 1. So sleep I already told you guys to add some delay to the execution of current thread. So for that purpose sleep code is used. So packet size is equal to, now I'll write the packet size. Yes, here I am not giving any packet size particularly. Here I am using a random number mod 1000. Yes, so it will take a random number mod 1000. The remainder value will be packet size. I will show you guys the output. Printf packet number % of d, packet size is equal to % of d. Yes, first you need to print packet number and size, and then go for the function called user defined function here. So that is bucket input, packet size and output rate. Yes, this functions includes two integers, that is packet size 1 and another one is operating rate. So what happens in this function, we'll see that void bucket input int packet size. Why the packet size is declared here? Because I need to compare the packet size with the bucket size. Yes, so in first case, what happens if packet size is greater than bucket size? So printf bucket overflow, else sleep 1. That means wait for some time, and then while packet size is greater than output rate. So in that case, printf % of d bytes outputted. Okay, so some number of bytes is outputted. What is this byte? % of the output rate. Yes, if the packet size is 132. Yes, if packet size is 132 bytes, but in that, if the operating output rate is 60 bytes, only 60 bytes of 132 bytes will be transmitted at that case or outputted in that case. Okay, and then packet size will be equal to operating output rate, and then wait for next seconds. Yes, so another condition is there. If packet size is greater than 0. That's it. Okay, last percent of the bytes sent. Last percent of the bytes sent means packet size. If that is 132 is the packet size, the last 132 bytes will be sent and the bucket output successful. Yes, when the bucket output will be successful if last bytes of the packet are sent. If it is having a packet size of 132, if last 132nd byte is transmitted, in that case the transmission will be successful. Yes, we'll execute the code. Okay. We'll check for the output. First it is asking for enter the bucket size. Okay, I'll give the bucket size as 500. Enter. Enter the output rate. I'll give it as an 80. Yes. You can see the execution here. Yeah. Okay. Packet number 1. As it takes packet size randomly. So first packet size is 41. Okay. So what rate the data is outputted? 80. Output data rate is 80. Yes, here you can see the packet size is less than 80. If the packet size is less than 80, last 41 byte sent. That means bucket output successful. Yes, so in the second case, packet number is 467. Yes, in that 467, only 80 bytes are transmitted first or outputted first because the output rate is 80. Yes, but it is possible to transmit 467 because it is less than the bucket size. If it is greater than bucket size, it will show the overflow. But if it is less than bucket size, it will transmit the data or it will output the data, but only at the rate of 80 bytes per turn. Okay. For every turn, only 80 bytes are transmitted. You can see 80 bytes are transmitted 5 times. So that all 467 bytes will be sent and the bucket output successful. So similarly, we will go for once again and all. So for every packet, it will check the size. If its size is greater than 500, because the bucket size is 500. If its value is greater than 500, it will show the overflow. If its value is less than 500, in that case, so it will take the turns. How many turns it will take? Yes, the packet size mod output rate. Yes, so whatever the quotient you will get, till that number of times, the 80 bytes are transmitted. Yes, so last 20 bytes sent. Yes, so similarly, it happens for all the packets. So this was the execution of leaky bucket algorithm.